Hi, my name is Bill Laboon. I'm the Technical Education Lead here at Web3 Foundation in Zug, Switzerland. Today, I would like to discuss existential deposits and keep-alive checks. Existential deposits are an idea in Polkadot. You will also see this really in most substrate-based chains, including Kusama and other parachains, that there is a bare minimum amount that is necessary for an account to exist on chain. So the reason for this is to avoid dust accounts. So accounts that have an incredibly small amount of a token in them that are then sort of clogging up some of the data storage. And so avoiding these is very useful from a technical perspective. However, this can be confusing for end users because in many systems, in Bitcoin, for instance, if you have just a few Satoshis on an account, that's perfectly fine. But in Polkadot, if the account goes below this existential deposit, it is what's called reaped. And reaping is when the entire account is removed from the chain and any small amounts of tokens remaining are burned. So this is the concept of an existential deposit. In Polkadot, the existential deposit is 1 dot. In Kusama, it's 0.01 Kusama tokens. And in other chains, you'll see that they can have different existential deposits. So you may have seen this actually when transferring. So let's just have an example here. I've got Bill West End, Bill West End, West End 2, and West End 3. Just in case you're not familiar with West End, this is a Polkadot testnet. If you'd like to switch over to yourself, go down to Test Networks, West End, and then click Switch. So let's try sending some tokens from one account to another. We can see here I'm sending from West End to West End 2, and I can see the existential deposit here is 0.01, as we call them, Westies. So the minimum amount account should have to be deemed active. So what happens if you try to send to a new account? So let's say I have some other accounts here that have absolutely no tokens in them. So let's just say Bob. We can see Bob has 0 Westies. So I'm going to try sending a very small amount below the existential deposit to Bob. So Bob has 0. I'm trying to send 0.0001. And when I try to make this transfer, you'll notice something. Balance failed because of the existential deposit. I can't send, I can't create an account that has that little amount. The transaction will actually fail. Okay, so I'm not sending anything over from my account. However, you will note that I did burn some transaction fees. So you will burn transaction fees for doing this. So anytime you try to do something on chain, you will get transaction fees. So now let's say I've got this account, Bill West End 2, and I would like to send this doesn't have a lot of Westies in it. I just want to sort of get rid of this account. I'm going to send all of my tokens over to here. So the first thing that I could do is, well, I'll say I'm just going to send everything, right? So I'll send 1,000 dots over to West End 3. This, as you might imagine, will fail because I don't have 1,000 dots in there. It will not, or excuse me, Westies in there. It will not just round it up. So when I try to send this, I will get an error that I have an insufficient balance as soon as the next block appears. There we go, insufficient balance. However, you can see once again that I did in fact burn some transactions, or spend some transaction fees rather. So if I want, actually, even if I try to send the full amount that I have on here. So if I try to send, I have 0.169 Westies. So I'm just off screen. I'm going to do a little bit of math here. It's going to cost me 0.0154 Westies in transaction fees. So 0.169 minus 0.154 is 0.1465. So you might think that I can send, well, first I need to learn to copy and paste, 0.1465. Here, that if I try to transfer this, that it will get rid of this account. It will just send everything over. But we have another error here, keep alive. So you will notice that when I try, again, I burn some transaction fees. Every time I do something on chain, it's going to burn some transaction fees, essentially, every time I modify state. We have this transfer with account keep alive checks. So with the keep alive option set, we make sure that we're not going to have this account be reaped. It won't allow us to send so much that the account drops below the existential deposit and is deleted. So if I do want to do this, then I need to turn this off. And generally, if you want to transfer without a keep alive check, it's because you intend to just remove everything from it. So there is an extra option here, transfer the full account balance and reap the sender. So we know that this account, it's going to automatically determine if I want to send everything from this account, what can I do? And we'll say I can send 0.1311 over to Bill West End 3. So we're going to turn off our keep alive check and turn on transfer the full account balance. I could turn this off and send like 0.13105 or something, which would still drop me below the existential deposit and would cause this to be reaped, but we may as well take all of our Westies out of here. So I'm going to make transfers. You'll notice Bill West End 2 exists, has 0.1465. I'm going to send 0.1311. The rest is used as a transaction fee and make this transfer. So here we go. Account was killed. The extrinsic was a success. And I now have all of those Westies in West End 3. So hopefully this short video has helped to teach you about how existential deposits work and how you can get around them and how you are protected from accidentally reaping your account with keep alive checks.